Yes, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and as we all know, Football Manager 25 has officially been cancelled. However, I'm gonna make sure that you guys are gonna be able to enjoy Football Manager by giving you brilliant content and finding ways that you guys are gonna be able to make your saves different and more enjoyable. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how you can create yourself in Football Manager. You can be a Wonderkid, you can be a 40-year-old striker, you can be whatever you want. So lock into this video and let's get straight into it right now. Right, so first up, you wanna go into the link in the description. Join my Discord as you're going to need this file. Join and then go to Football Manager, FM chat, and then go right here to pin messages. And as you can see, create yourself in Football Manager file. Then all we are going to do is hit the download button. That's downloading there. Next, you're gonna open up Steam or wherever you have your Football Manager in, because you need to find the pre-game editor. And guys, it's very simple on Steam. You go over here to games when you go to your library, then you go to the drop-down menu, go to tools, scroll all the way down to Football Manager, and you can see Football Manager Editor. All you need to do is download it. Once it's downloaded, hit the launch button. Once that's loaded, you obviously want to put yourself in whatever database that would be. As you can see, the database is right here. So all we're gonna do, we need ourselves to be in the updated database. So boom, we'll just hit OK, and your database will be loading. Whilst that's loading, people, YouTube have told me that 75% of you guys watch my videos and are not subscribed. Guys, clearly you enjoy the content, so please hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Like I said, I'm gonna be bringing you guys the best Football Manager content for you to keep your Football Manager interesting. Make sure you leave a like as well, and go follow all my social media platforms. All the links are in the description. Now, once that's loaded up, guys, what you're gonna do right here is obviously go to here, and we are loading a player. So we click people. Now you can make yourself an agent, you can make yourself whatever. All you go to is add, and you can make yourself whatever you wanna do, a retired person, a journalist, an agent, whatever you wanna do. We're just gonna go with player, like I said. Once that's loaded up, this is what you'll see. Now, guys, you need to focus, because this is the most important part. You see the player number at the top, the unique ID. I'm gonna get my whiteboard and write down my unique ID. So I would recommend, before we go anywhere, write down the unique ID of whatever player you are creating right now, as you will need it in order to put your face into Football Manager. So I have it 200 204 2189. Right, and here we go. Let's start creating a player. So name, first name Zims, surname Moolah. Common name, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. I don't really care, I'm gonna leave it like that. Male, that's fine. Ethnicity, we are gonna go with African Caribbean. Hair color doesn't matter in my opinion, but if you want to do that, you can do that, but I'm not doing that. Skin color, I don't really care enough to do that, so I will leave that there. Now, height, guys, is in centimeters. I'm about 6'1", so I'm gonna put my actual height, which is about 186, 85, whatever you wanna call it, who cares. Weight is 120 maximum, as you can see right here, in kilograms. So I'm gonna go with about 89, should be meta. Now we're gonna go with date of birth. So depending on what you wanna make your player, if you wanna make your player a Wonderkid, you wanna make your player, I don't know, but this is how you're gonna do it. If you wanna make a player 11 years old, you probably can. If you wanna make him 50, you probably can too. But anyways, we'll go over to we're gonna make our player about 17 years old from 2023. So we will call that 2006. He was born on June the 9th. Let's go with that. Right, city of birth, if you wanna put that in, you can. Let's just go with where I was born, and that is London. So let's type London in, and bang, that will pop up. We can see it right here. London right here, we'll add that in. Now we can see region, nation of birth, all of that good stuff is now in. National info, if you want to say that they're born in the nation, declared for the nation, it is what it is for you guys. It doesn't really matter. You can also go down and add a second nation. Obviously, I am from Nigeria originally, like my parents. So let me just put that in, because why not? That means I'm eligible to play for Nigeria. So look, we go add condition, name, and that's how you search. And we go Nigeria, and bang, West Africa, Nigeria, and we pop that in. Meaning Zims Muller, the player, will be able to play for Nigeria and England. Right, and that is really it. You can just sort this out if you want to. Personally, I don't think you need to do this, but let's move on to the next step. Right, next we go over to contract, and we can see club contract, meaning this is the club the player will be at when the save starts. So we go to the drop-down menu, and we go to search, and obviously I support Manchester United, so we'll go add condition, we'll go name, and we will put Manchester United, and that is right there, Manchester United, and we press OK. Now we can see, obviously I'm a player at Manchester United and blah, 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 blah. Secondary job, I don't need to be a chairperson or anything like that, but you could do that. You can make him a set piece coach too. You can put the date they joined. I think you can, yes, you can actually go into the future and say they will join later in the future. So if you want to put it in 2 years, he pops up as a regen. I mean, as a Wonderkid, that's up to you. I will not be doing that. So he's going to be in the game as soon as I start. And then you can sort out your contract stuff like everything in terms of release clauses, all of that good stuff. But we will not be doing that for this video. If you want to do that, you can. You can even put the wage the person's on. Let's give my boy, seeing as it's me, let's give myself a cheeky 20K a week, chat, man. You know, something small, man. I got family to look after. Little £20,000. Not too bad, innit? Right. And then we go over to person there, because that is really it for there. Unless you want to say that your player was at another club and then moved, and you want to say that they join another club in the future, you can deal with that. Or they can put them on a loan. I'm not doing that. Right, we go over to person data. Now, this is a very important part. These are the hidden attributes, guys, in Football Manager, if you do not know. So adaptability, ambition, obviously depends on how likely they are to actually get there, to be ambitious and all of that, controversy, loyalty, and blah, 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 blah. Like I say, people, if you want to make this fair, I would not touch this. But each to their own, knock yourself out, enjoy yourself. It's your game, you purchase the game, so play as you want to play. Languages, obviously, default language would be English, but you can add additional languages, so let's go and add, I don't know.
2,000 years later.
Maybe I can speak French. No, I'm very bad at French, by the way, guys, so yeah, I can't speak French. I think I got did I get a C? No, I did not get a C. I got the letter after a C in French. So yeah, I'm not good at it. Anyways, we move over and that's really done. Then you can do all of this if you want to, but there's no need to do that as my player's already a homegrown player like we discussed, bro. Right, we'll move over to player data. Now this is the most important part. Click player data. Now here is all the key things we need to be looking at. But I'm gonna tell you guys how I would advise to do that in order to keep the game realistic in a sense and just enjoyable instead of just making it broken. But guys, knock yourselves out. Anyways, shirt name, you can do what you want. I'm just gonna go with Zims. Current ability is out of 200. So a good Premier League player, so about 3 stars in the Premier League, is between 130 and 140. So for this example, we're just gonna keep it 134. If you wanna make him even more broken than that, then you can go up. If you wanna make him lower than that and make him grind to success, then you can go lower than that. It's up to you, but we're gonna keep it 134. Now, potential ability out of 200, guys. So it's up to you, really. For this example, we're gonna make him a good Wonderkid. Well, sorry, not a good one. The best Wonderkid, basically, 200. But if you wanna make it a bit more realistic, you can go with 180, or you can go with a potential ability range, meaning they range in between different potential abilities. So they can be very good, not the best, and blah, 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 and going down. It's up to you, really, guys, what you want to do. You can put them in a range, meaning in different saves, it will vary. It won't be the same all the time. But for this example, we're just going to keep it at 200. Right, now we're looking at left foot, right foot. So it's out of 20, guys. So I'm strongly right foot, so I'm going to go with 20 here, right foot. But then I would say to keep the game balanced, guys, once again, unless you want to do a madness, it's up to you and you're very ambidextrous, then you can go with 20-20, or you can make it 15-15, or you can give him a 10. So I would say give yourself 30 in total and weigh it however you want to weigh. So you can say 13 on the left foot and 17 on the right foot. But I'm going to go 20 and 10, guys. Now, obviously, the transfer value's there. And then now you were looking at trained in nation. Obviously, my player is from Manchester United's academy, so we'll go trained in nation and we will go with England. So we'll go over here, search that, and we'll put England, and England's popped up, train the nation. Now we'll go to train that club, we hit add Manchester United once again, meaning he'll be a homegrown player trained at Manchester United. Guys, you can do this however you want to do this in your save. You can say that your player was trained at Bromley and then moved to Man United. It's up to you guys, but we'll go with Man United there. Now we move on to positions. Now guys, the positions, you need to think about what you're doing in terms of position role. So obviously I like playing up front in real life, so I'm gonna go with an advanced forward. So that is my player's position in a sense. Right, he's a striker, or I'm a striker, so we'll put 20. Everything is out of 20. So if you wanted to make your player a centre back as well as a striker, I don't know why you'll do that, then you could put 22 and you can see, look, he can play centre back and striker. If you remove that and click off it, you can only play striker, deep line forward / advanced playmaker, advanced forward. If you want to change that to a poacher, you can. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. But I like to play on the wing as well, so I'm going to make sure my player can also play on the wing, and I'm going to give him about 15. So yeah, he can play on the wing. And then on the right wing, we'll say, I can kind of play right wing, but I'm not that good, so I'll give it an 8 or something. Once again, it's out of 20. And now we can see that. Right, now to check that's kind of worked, we go to roll scores here, and we can see what our current ability is in every single position, basically. As you can see, the lowest one is actually the false 9. On the left, the wide target forward and all of that good stuff. But yeah, most of it is still 1-3-4, 1-3-4, 1-3-4. So we're still good in the positions we said we can play. Right, position scores, that's fine. We can see left 76, right 51, and striker 79. Now guys, these are the attributes: mental, physical, technical, goalkeeping. Personally, I would leave it on 0. If you leave it on 0, Football Manager generates the numbers for you. So it's up to you. And that's the same with when we go back to general and we go to current ability and potential ability. Football Manager was generated for you and it'll be random. So that would be a good way to do it, but it's up to you guys. Personally, I'm gonna leave it and let Football Manager decide it. You can obviously go with the high attribute of determination to make sure he's very good. Or you can leave it and there'll be a range, it doesn't really matter. Physical attributes, bam, technical, we'll leave that, goalkeeping, and we'll leave that. Now we go to attributes, we can see the weighting here, but we'll leave that, weightings are there. And now finally, preferred move. So when we done the Mandem save, preferred move is actually traits. If you don't know what the Mandem save, it's the save I done with RDF Tactics, Manny, Wolfie, and the real Kofi B, where we all made our own Wonderkid and Football Manager and put them on the teams. The YouTube video is there if you want to go watch it. So go check out the YouTube series on my YouTube of the Mandem save, and you can see how our Wonderkid's performed. So for this, obviously as a striker, I'm gonna go with likes to break the offside trap. I am gonna go with knocks the ball past the opponent, and I'm gonna go with cuts inside from the left wing, obviously because I can play on left wing. And literally guys, that is it in terms of the Wonderkids. If you wanna go through injuries, what injuries they might have had, what bans they had, all of that good stuff, playing history, what clubs they've been at, non-playing history, achievements, you can do all of that. But like I'm saying, my guy's a Wonderkid, so his story is still unwritten right now, but we will write it. Now, once you're finished adding all your players, all you're gonna do is go to the file and you're gonna hit save editor data as. Now, what you do is you wanna name it whatever you wanna name it. For example, I'm gonna call this Zim's Wonderkid. So all I've gotta do is click Zim's Wonderkid. It's gonna go straight to your Football Manager editor data folder, which is exactly where you need to be. If it's not there, then you need to obviously find the route to it. And as you can see, Zim's, OneDrive, Documents, Sports Interactive, Football Manager 24, editor data, and that is it. Then we hit save, and that is it for the Wonderkid in terms of the actual play on Football Manager. Now we're gonna move over to the next step where I'm gonna show you guys how you are gonna sort out your face on Football Manager before we load Football Manager to make sure that this new player actually has a player face. Zims Muller has his own face in the game. So next, you wanna go into your Football Manager documents, the exact same place where the editor data folder was. As you can see, editor data is here, but we don't want that. We actually want graphics. If you do not have a graphics, then you need to create a folder and name it graphics. But your logo should be in there, your face packs and all of that stuff should be in there. But for this example, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna create a new folder and we are gonna name it new gen faces and hit enter. And we can see new gen faces is now there. Now, do you remember that config file that we downloaded from my Discord? So what I want you guys to do is right click and obviously copy that file. Then we go back to new gen faces and we're gonna paste that file in there. As you can see, config bracket1. But make sure you remove, so rename it and make sure you remove the bracket1. So it's just called config like this, people. Delete all the spaces so it only says config and there's no space afterwards, as this usually makes it bug out. So make sure you're doing this. Next, you want to get whatever picture you want to use. So I'm going to paste this picture right here that I got, and it's Zim's pic. Obviously, this is the face that will be attached to my Wonderkid. So remember the code that we wrote down, the unique ID I wrote down, it's right here. We're going to need that, guys. So wait a minute. First and foremost, you want to rename whatever picture you've done with that actual ID number. So 200, 204, 213, 89. So that is my Wonderkid's unique ID. If you want to sort out your face in the game, then you need to find a picture, crop it however you crop it. You can use different tools on YouTube or Google, Right, now once that's done and we've obviously put our unique ID on our player face, we're gonna need that unique ID. So we're gonna hit rename and we're just gonna copy it to make our lives easier. Right click or Control C, it's up to you. Right, now this config file, what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit a right click and you are going to go to edit. This will pop up and it will be a notepad. So first and foremost, what we'll do right here is we will paste our number in, and look at this right here. This command here, guys, we're gonna copy this command and we're gonna paste the command underneath, not here, just over here. We're then gonna copy our unique ID or cut our unique ID away. And where it says fill number here, we are going to paste the number in there. And then we're gonna go back into here and we're gonna paste the number in there, right? And all we will do now is hit the save button. Now, the moment of truth where we check this has actually worked in Football Manager, that our player is one there and that our player face is actually on our Football Manager. So let's load up Football Manager and pray this has worked. Guys, at the moment, I am doing an online save with Aaron Hunt and Big Robbo. We are doing a retro database Football Manager save over on Twitch, Mondays at 2 p.m, Tuesdays at 2 p.m, and Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Long Twitch hours, long streaming hours. So make sure you guys are joining up where it is elite vibes at the moment. Right, so what you're gonna do, guys, is you're gonna hit start new game and you're gonna go to career. Obviously, you can do it with online save. And you can see where it says database. You click the database. Now you can choose whatever other database and stuff you want. So I've got the updated transfers that I showed you guys in one of my previous YouTube videos. So we'll leave that on, so we have the updated databases. And then we'll make sure Zim's Wonderkid, or whatever you named it, is also selected. And we'll just hit confirm. Now we'll choose game mode, obviously. We'll go to original setup, blah, 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 blah. And whilst that's loading, all you've got to do is start game and our game should be ready to go straight away. This will take a while because Football Manager like to make me wait for some reason, and I don't know why. It's so annoying sometimes, but hey, it is what it is, man.
2,000 years later.
Right, that's fine. And what we'll do is we'll just go to start new game just to make sure it's actually in. Hit start new game, and whilst it's setting up, you guys can make sure that you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you comment. Like I said, I'm on the road to 20,000 subscribers, but I'm gonna keep giving you guys great Football Manager content that you'll be able to make your FM24 feel a lot different and enjoyable. So make sure you're subscribing, man. It helps a lot. So as we can see, it actually has not worked, but you need to make sure you can see this ID number at the top. So basically, my Football Manager has changed the ID number. If you cannot see ID numbers, what you need to do is press the FM button, go to preferences, go over to advanced, go over to show screen IDs in title bar when to assist skinning. As you can see now, you click the option. This is the number. The new number is 20020422997. So what we do is we go back to our file here, our folder, and then we change the number to that exact number. So that number was 20020422997. And now we're gonna copy that number, enter that, then we're gonna go to
2,000 years later.
we're gonna go to open with and notepad. Now this number here, we're going to change that as well. So we're gonna paste the correct number in. I'm gonna paste this correct number in too. Then we hit the save button again, and now this should work. What we're gonna do is go preferences, reload skin, and as we reload, the face should pop up now. And there we go, people. Zims Moolah is now a Wonderkid in Football Manager. And there we go, guys. I even showed you guys a bit of troubleshooting. So just in case it actually doesn't work for you, that is how you can make it work. You just need to make sure the ID number corresponds. Football Manager can actually change the ID number. So all you gotta do is go to preferences and make sure it says shows ID, or just search that and find it shows screen IDs in title bar to assist with skinning. As you can see now, we are Wonderkid in Football Manager. It wasn't that hard, guys. Make sure you follow the tutorial to the T. This guy has got bad determination. So yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be as good as he should be, but you might wanna put determination on 20. It's up to you guys. But yes, guys, that has been the video. Do make sure to leave a like. Make sure you subscribe on the road to 20,000. And comment, let me know if you were able to make your own Wonderkid and what team you started at. Make sure you're checking out all the social media platforms in the description, and make sure you're checking out this video right here where I teach you guys how to basically get FM25 with this ultimate FM24 mod.